Hello and welcome to the Idiot Rambles podcast, the podcast where I, an idiot, ramble about a random topic. Except this episode marks the start of the new format I'm going to be going forward with in future episodes, most likely. The episode's going to be split into 3 segments, starting off with the main topic, and then the review of the week, and lastly ending off the question of the week. So this week's main topic is we're going to be going over this most recent Nintendo Direct that happened. It happened, as the time I'm recording this, happened yesterday. I did not watch it live because I'm not a nerd. And no, I thought we'd go through it. I'm on the YouTube page right now for Nintendo. And yeah, just going to start scrolling. So the Direct started off with an announcement for Mario and Luigi Brothership, a new Mario and Luigi RPG. I'm not an RPG guy, much less a Mario and Luigi RPG guy, but I know so many people care about these games. And I'm really glad Nintendo's bringing back all these Mario RPGs. So it's like the third one they've brought back in the past year. I may not like them, but I know a lot of people love them. So it's good to see that they're back. So it's not an announcement I care about, but you know what? I'm happy for people. Alright, next up, I'm not going to be going through every single announcement, because, I don't have anything to say about Fairy Tail 2, so I'll just be going to whatever topics or whatever game trailers are interesting to me. So next up is Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports, which is a Mario sports game, both Looney Tunes. You know what? I hope it's good. It reminds me of Mario Sports Mix, which is a bad sign. The game does look kind of cheap. It is made by Game Mill Entertainment, which is a bad sign. So either it will be, I hope it's a legitimately good game. But, I'll take it if it's just laughably bad. Now, next up we have an Among Us trailer for new crew roles in Among Us. You have, let's see, the Noisemaker, the Phantom, and the Tracker. I think those are the names. I don't play Among Us. I haven't played Among Us in years now. And I know they've been adding new roles or whatever. I really don't have any thoughts on this. From what I've seen of the roles that are getting added now, the Phantom seems meh. The Noisemaker seems pointless. Tracker seems like the only good one. Maybe I'll play Among Us again someday. I don't know. Now, next up in the event, they announced Farm Magia, which is a farm RPG. Does this look good? It looks like a farm game, which after that one Nintendo Direct about a year or two ago, where it's just farming sims, I have developed a hatred for farming games. The only exception is Stardew Valley. So I can't wait for Connor Eats Pants to talk about Farmagia. And then next up the announcement, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. I'm not gonna buy it. Look, if I see Donkey Kong, I get hyped. You can't blame me. Donkey Kong Country is possibly the greatest platformer series of all time in gaming. As someone who's played about an hour of Donkey Kong Country and 30 minutes of Donkey Kong Country 2 and watched gameplay of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I'm a big fan of the series. I'm not going to be buying this HD version because I could just, I have my Wii U right over there. I could just buy a Wii copy of it. I don't know why this isn't releasing till January 2025. It does not take that long to make an HD version of Donkey Kong Country. But you know what? Hopefully it's good. Make more Donkey Kong games, please. Don't stop doing just re-releases. Make new ones. Now, next up, they announced Funko Fusion, the gameplay trailer for it. Funko Fusion seems to be Lego Dimensions, but for Funko Pops, which automatically makes it infinitely worse. But they do have some. They have a weird mix of IPs. Let's see, you got Scott Pilgrim, Jurassic World, Five Nights at Freddy's, Shaun of the Dead. It's quite literally just every single IP that isn't already in a different game. I Look, the best thing to come from this, I think, is just going to be new Funko Pops for Scott Pilgrim. I think it's the best thing that'll come from this. Maybe it'll be. I hope it's good, but it's made by Funko, so I'm automatically a bit worried because it's Funko. Now, next up, let's see. Not interesting. No, no, no. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. This might be my favorite announcement from the Direct. I recently bought Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm not really a fan of it, but I really enjoy the Marvel vs. Capcom series. So to see a lot of the originals getting re-released on the Switch, it's really nice. I hope this comes to other consoles as well, but if not, I'll still probably buy it. It looks high quality. I really don't have much to say other than that I'm excited for it. I might even buy it. Right after that, you had Super Mario Party Jamboree. And from the trailer, I haven't owned any of the most recent Mario Party games, so I've played both of them with friends. And I know a common complaint is that there aren't enough boards, and the boards they do have suck. But the boards in this new one, they look pretty good. And the entire game looks pretty good. This might be the Mario Party I actually buy. I really hope it's good. You know, the last two Mario Party games, what I've heard, they've been going in the right direction, just aren't quite there. So I hope this is the one, you know. Next up he had The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. It's in the same style, same art style as the Link to the Past, I think it was, or Link's Awakening. Yeah, the Link's Awakening remake on the Switch. And it's a style I really enjoy. And the game itself, surprisingly, is the first game you actually play as Zelda, and it looks good. I don't care for these. I usually don't care for top-down 2D Zelda games, but this one, it looks like it has the creativity of something like Breath of the Wild in it, with the art style of Link's Awakening, which is my two favorite things from the Zelda franchise. So, I mean, this is exciting. I really hope it's better than the. Because Nintendo also had their Princess Peach game release a few months back, and I heard people weren't a fan of it. So this is better than that one was. Alright, next up is Lego Horizon Adventures. Why? Why is this being made? No one plays the Horizon Zero Dawn games. Or at least not enough people. I've seen like 4 people play those games. They look nice graphically, but that's about it. They're just why make a Lego version? Well, I understand if you're gonna do any PlayStation IP, probably do Horizon because it has the most relevance while being the most kid friendly. Like you're not gonna do God of War Lego. I wish they did. But even then, who is buying this? Who is buying Lego Horizon Adventures? I don't. What? Who is this for? And I'm glad, we're getting out the Switch. That's cool. But people saying, oh, finally, the end of the console wars. Lego Horizon Adventures is not ending the console wars. If there's one thing I know about Sony, is that they will let the console wars go on for however long they can. So this is just, look, I hope the game is good, but I think like 4 people, I think 6 people will buy it because it's Lego. Next up, they announced Stray to get released for the Switch. I played like 10 minutes of Stray on the PS5. It's fine. I'm glad it's going to the Switch. Maybe I'll try it again. Actually, no. They got removed from PS Plus. If it was still on PS Plus, I'd play it. But I'm not gonna go out and. What do you think I'm gonna buy a game? What do you think I am? A consumer? No. I mean, yes, I just spent a bunch of money on PlayStation Plus, but I'm not a consumer. Yeah, anyway, I mean, yeah, cool release, I guess. Just Dance 2025 edition. I haven't played a Just Dance game since the Wii. The only reason I'm mentioning this is because this is the first, apparently it's the first Just Dance game to have Poker Face in it, which is insane. Because I've always associated Lady Gaga with Just Dance. So to hear that Poker Face is only now getting added to Just Dance is insane. I literally don't have any other reason to bring it up other than that. Next announcement, they revealed Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. I recently got into the Ace Attorney franchise. I really love it. So this collection is great. I don't know if I'll buy it immediately. I might just wait for a sale, but it looks good. I'm very happy they're doing something with Ace Attorney. Alright, what was the next announcement? Sorry, I saw Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. That caused me going to a coughing fit there. That's my bad. Um, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Who asked for this? If it was the first game, I don't know if the first game is on the Switch, but if it's the first game, I'd understand. But who's like, oh yeah, I need Luigi's Mansion 2 on the Nintendo Switch. No one cares about Luigi's Mansion 2. It's widely regarded as the worst Luigi's Mansion game. I just who asked for this? And the next up, Nintendo Switch Sports got an update. They're adding basketball. Who cares? You know, I was so hyped for Nintendo Switch Sports. Obviously, I don't think I need to say it. I was a huge Wii Sports fan. I think every single person on the planet was. So obviously, you know, seeing they announced Nintendo Switch Sports, I was like, ah, yes, finally, it's like Wii, it'll be like Wii Sports, but for the Nintendo Switch. I'm so excited. And then it released with, I think, what, 5 sports? And 2 of them are almost the exact same. Just, and there's no, like, the rough edges and stuff from the Wii Sports series were gone for just this sanitized corporate style. Just, it just, no one cared. At least, you know, you could say that Wii Sports also only had 5 sports. But that was, one, it was free with the Wii, and two, it had like 3 different like bonus games with each sport. Nintendo Switch Online, all you could do is play the sport, then you go and play it online. Just like, I don't, who, why, it's been 2 years as well, almost 2 years since the last update for Nintendo Switch Sports. Why are they updating it now? Who is actively playing this game? I don't, what's the point? I don't know, man. Maybe if they added, if this was like 2 years ago they added this, maybe I would care, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Let's see, and the last announcement of the Direct was Metroid Prime 4 actually getting a trailer. After being announced 7 years ago, it finally got an actual trailer. And I do not care. My exposure to the Metroid franchise is playing Samus in Smash and playing 20 minutes of Super Metroid. So I don't really care about this announcement. I'm glad it's happening because it's been so long since it was announced. And it looks like fans really like it. So I hope it's good. And I'm glad fans finally got an actual trailer for it. It's not interesting to me. And it looks like that's about it for the Nintendo Direct as far as stuff I care about. A lot of people said this is a great Direct. I will say, there's more stuff in here than usual I would care about. So, yeah, it was a good Direct. Now is on to the next segment of the podcast. Alright, this is the segment of the podcast where I recap all the stuff I've watched in the past week and I pick one thing I watched to give my review of it, and then we move on to the next segment. So, this week I watched Inside Out 2, If, and I Saw the TV Glow. I already have another video. I don't know if I'm gonna ever even release it, but I talk about If and Inside Out 2 in that video. So I'm gonna be going over the I Saw the TV Glow, and it's such an amazing movie. I was originally gonna watch Ponyo this week, but then my brother rented out I Saw the TV Glow, and he was like, "Hey, do you wanna borrow it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I checked it out. I'd wanted to see it in theaters, but it wasn't playing where I live. And now that I watched it, I'm so mad I didn't get to see it in theaters. It is such a good movie. It's one of my new favorite movies of all time. It's in my top 15. It's such an amazing movie. I don't even want to say anything about the plot itself because it's one of those movies I went in completely blind, and that made it amazing. When I watched the trailer for it afterwards, the trailer gives away like half the entire movie. So I'm really glad I went in blind. So I'm not going to say anything about the plot. What I do want to discuss though is the cinematography of the movie. It's such amazing cinematography. I'm a huge cinematography nerd, and the entire time I was just in awe of the look of the movie. And I realized that after I saw the movie, it turned out my TV had made the movie. It put it like max saturation, and I legitimately thought that was just the way the movie was supposed to look. And normally I'm someone where if a movie is even slightly oversaturated, I hate it. If you show me like any Transformers movie, I'll have like a horrible, palpable reaction to the saturation. But with I Saw the TV Glow, the saturation made it better, and it still looks amazing without the oversaturation. It looks amazing, both from like the camera framing, the tracking, the actual coloring itself. Everything about the cinematography is so good. I cannot recommend the movie enough. It's so good. I'm so mad I didn't get to see it in theaters. And also, it's a PG-13 horror movie, which normally I don't care about that. I would say before this, I'd go, oh, PG-13 horror movie, that's a bad sign. But after watching I Saw the TV Glow, it's like, look, last year I watched a horror movie every day in October, and I would say only about four of those movies had as good a horror as I Saw the TV Glow has. It has such good horror, especially for a PG-13 movie. There were points where even I was kind of like, I was watching on my TV, and I was kind of like shriveling in my bed or whatever watching it, because it was genuinely, the horror was just that good at some points. So yeah, just go watch it. That's that's the review of the week. So next up, we'll cut to the question of the week, and then it'll be in the podcast. Hello and welcome to the question of the week segment of the podcast. The segment where I bring in a guest and ask him usually a pretty dumb question. Today we have Colin with us. Colin, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Colin. It's nice to be here.
Alright, and this week's this week's question is, if you're to live in any video game world, what would it be? Now, the rules of this, you're not the main character, but you still have to live where the story is taking place. So you can't just say you'll live in GTA, but live in Utah within that universe. You have to live where the story is taking place. So I'll go and hear your answer first, Colin, and I'll give my answer.
Alright, I'm gonna have to say Red Dead Redemption,
Really?
honestly. Yeah.
Why?
It's a nice, beautiful place, and I like it a lot. Its background and scenery,
But think about you wouldn't have any kind of modern day technology at your
and
advantage or anything. You'd be eating
I
beans and biscuits all the time.
yummy.
And you'd also die of like an infection really easily from anything.
that is true, but
And you're
still.
not the main character. You're not one of the main. You're just a random guy.
Yeah, I know.
I think you gave possibly the worst answer possible.
No, I don't think I did.
My answer is much better. And I did a lot of hard thinking on my answer.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so immediately, I think you can mark off every single Souls-like game, and then from there, you wouldn't want to live anything like in Halo or No Man's
Yeah.
Sky, nothing in space, and probably wouldn't want to live in God of War universe or Horizon. Spider-Man universe would be
hmm
pretty horrible.
Yeah, that
Mario would
would.
be, I mean, if you're just like a normal guy in Mario, you'd probably get kidnapped by Bowser still. You get turned to a little Goomba.
Yeah,
So my
yeah.
answer is going to be the Zelda universe, specifically Breath of
Mm,
the Wild Hyrule. Because for the most part, there's like a little area, there's like you got Ganon, Calamity Ganon at the castle or whatever. But for the most part, just a pretty chill place. Looks really nice. Simple life.
yeah.
You just gotta deal with like the occasional
I,
little goblin, which I could easily beat up in a fight, so it'd be fine.
yeah, I do agree with that. That is a good place.
I got this idea from a YouTube poll, and there are a lot of people voting for Dark Souls, and I don't know how.
Why? Why Dark Souls though? Like, 'cause like you're just gonna.
You're gonna get killed.
Yeah,
I think the options, if
by
I
the main
remember
character or
correctly.
a boss or something.
Yeah, I think the options in the poll, it was the God of War universe, Dark Souls universe, Hyrule, and I can't remember what the last one was. I think the last one was GTA. Which GTA is just normal Los Angeles, I would say. It's really not that
Yeah.
different. I've seen car chase videos from LA. It's basically just GTA.
Yeah.
If you're ever bored, just go look up LA car chase and you'll find amazing stuff.
Yeah, GTA is like not really a good place to be in though.
I mean, yeah, you'd get randomly
Oh,
killed just 'cause a guy is bored.
yeah.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Alright.
Thanks for coming on here for the question, Colin.
Thank you for inviting me.
And that's in the podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, and yeah. Okay, bye.